Welcome back. If you're new here, pure MS-DOS gaming without emulation usually means big, bulky desktops that cost more and more every year. That's why in this series, we're looking at smarter and cheaper ways to get the real DOS experience. Because once you factor in the motherboard, CPU, sound card, graphics, floppy, optical drives, and everything else, it's easy to exceed the $100 mark. But with laptops, you often get everything, including wavetable audio, for just a fraction of that. Today, I want to show you a third option, what I call a half-top. Think of it like a compact desktop, more in the style of a Commodore 64, Amiga, or Atari ST. Basically a DOS gaming PC built right into the keyboard. And for my star find, this partial Gateway Solo 9100. Mine came with the Pentium MMX 233MHz CPU, but get this, I paid only $18. That was such a bargain, I even picked up a second one with a 166MHz CPU. Even if you add in the cost of an external monitor, it's totally worth it. The Solo 9100 covers nearly all DOS gaming needs, with only a few compromises. I'd rate it a strong 4.4 out of 5 on my RB scale. The 9100 was released across two CPU generations, the Pentium MMX and Pentium 2. Generally, the Pentium MMX models feature the colorful Windows flag logo, while the Pentium 2 models carry the redesigned 1998 Gateway cowprint badge. That said, it's not a strict rule. Back in episode 10, I tested a Pentium 2 version that still had the color logo. The 9100 is loaded with ports, 2 card slots, a rotary volume knob, dual USB ports, a PS2 combo port, VGA, composite video input and output, serial, parallel, infrared, full audio inputs and outputs, and a MIDI game port. You also get a modular, optical, floppy combo drive. The hard drive sits in a proprietary caddy. In my tests, it handled an 8GB compact flash card without any issues. But anything larger and we run into file corruption and crashes. Memory-wise, you've got 3 SDRAM slots for up to 192MB. Just watch out, it requires low-profile modules as there's not enough clearance. As always, remove those leaky backup batteries as soon as possible. The suspend battery lives under the trackpad, easy to unplug after removing the keyboard. Make sure not to unplug the right side connector as it is for the CPU cooling fan. The BIOS battery is a soldered VL1220. Luckily, these rarely leak, but replacing it does take some soldering skills. The hardware is modular. The CPU is on an MMC card. Graphics and audio are on a different daughter board. For video, you get the Chipson Technologies 65554 chip with 4MB of VRAM. For sound, it's the Yamaha 715S plus a YMF704, delivering true OPL3 FM, Windows sound system support, and hardware wavetable. In other words, excellent DOS audio compatibility. Power is simple, 19 volts, 2.7 amps, standard barrel connector for that era. Let's boot it up, hit F2 and you're in the Phoenix BIOS. Performance tuning options are a bit limited, mainly cache enable and disable. But you do get full sound subsystem settings, and don't forget to turn off power management for smoother gameplay. Configuring sound is easy, just set the blaster environment variables to match the BIOS. You even get treble, bass, and 3D environment controls with Yamaha's Setup SA utility. As expected, the Yamaha True OPL3 chip delivers that classic FM sound we all love, and the built-in wavetable audio is a nice bonus. Want even more? Just plug in your favorite external sound module through the MIDI game port. And yes, you can hook up a game controller at the same time for the full experience. The line-in port is so convenient, meaning no need for an extra sound mixer. Everything you need is right there. Performance-wise, the MMX CPU responds well to SETMUL, letting you throttle down to around 386.25 MHz speeds. That's enough for most speed-sensitive titles, though not all. Test Drive 3, for example, still runs too fast, but Ultima 7 plays beautifully, and so does Wing Commander. Quake is playable at 640 by 480, running at around 14.7 frames per second on the 233 MHz CPU. On the 166 MHz model, though, 640 by 480 drops under 12 frames per second. Benchmarks revealed something interesting. Both CPUs perform identically at the low end, with the 233 MHz chip only pulling ahead on the top end. So, if you can choose, grab the 233 MHz. It makes demanding titles more enjoyable with no downside. File transfers are simple too. Just boot into Windows 98, plug your thumb drive into one of the two USB ports, and go. And while not blazing fast, it even opens the door to some light DirectX 5 gaming.
3, 2, 1, go!
So here's the bottom line. The Gateway Solo 9100 Pentium MMX holds its own against the top-rated Scenic Mobile 710 from the previous episode. It is absolutely one of my top recommendations for DOS gaming. If you spot one, even in half-top form at a good price, don't hesitate. Good performance tuning, great compatibility, good sound, compact, packed with ports, it nails the criteria of being a space-saving, economical DOS machine. For me, this one's a keeper. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. See you in the next one.